Hello, once again. This is Pastor Shane Okimoto with Waikia Baptist Bible Church, and I'm with some special guests for our catch up this week. And so I'll let the Ishii family say hello to you.
Hi, I'm Dayle Ishii.
Hi, Justyce.
Hi, Landyr.
I'm Randall.
I think most of us know the Ishiis. We know them. We love them. They said Ridge wasn't able to make it tonight. He's working at Safeway. So you see him there, be nice to him, be good to him. You know, so many people are working hard in so many different ways just to kind of keep us doing all right. And, you know, so many things have changed. So I'll start off just by asking you folks, you know, what kind of things have changed for you folks over the past 2 or 3 months with everything going on in COVID-19?
I think for me, the biggest thing has been obviously, and I'm sure for everybody, is just the social distancing part and having to stay home. For me at work, you know, we're not working in the office as a group anymore. It's just one of us in the office at a time. So that has been really challenging as far as getting used to that. But there have been negatives and also positives to that. Yeah.
So
Yeah, for me, sorry.
I was going to ask what some of the negatives and positives were, and we'll definitely get to you boys as well.
Okay. So I think, with the positive, I think being at home, being forced to be at home has really been a time where, you know, you can really appreciate your family, the time that you have to spend together, because I was thinking that I don't think this time will ever come again where, you know, we can have all of this family time together, our immediate family anyway, that's in our household. That has been the good part. The harder part, of course, has been for the extended family. You know, we're, especially here in Hawaii, where we're so used to hugging each other when we see each other, in order to show that we care, that we love each other. You know, that's just automatic Hawaiian style, that you, you know, hug and kiss them when you see them. But it's kind of been the opposite, because in this situation, in order to show that you care or you love someone, you have to social distance and stay away from them. So it's been kind of, you know, something that you have to get used to, I guess. And it's part of being, you know, our new normal, I guess.
Thank you for sharing. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you earlier, Justyce. So go ahead. Why don't you share what you've been dealing with?
Yeah, the biggest impact I'd say it had on me was just not going outside of the house as much, at least in public. Especially like sometimes when I go to see my friends, like it feels like I'm doing something bad. Yeah. It's not the best feeling in the world. You know, you wanna like keep your distance, but if you hang out with someone, it's inevitable you're gonna come within 6 feet of them. So yeah, it's kind of hard to do that. But other than that, you know, I like being home. Find stuff to do. Yeah, there's always stuff to do here, so I enjoy that.
Well, that's good. And it disrupted your school year, didn't it?
Yeah, I had to take Zoom classes online for the latter half of it. So maybe about 2 months and a half. It was all online. Yeah, it made it pretty hard to just not necessarily the content itself, but the just like knowing what was going on in class was a lot more difficult. So yeah, but hopefully this thing is over by the time August comes around. and we're going to get back to school.
We hope so. Landyr, do you hope that you're able to go back to school come August?
Yeah.
And so how have you been doing with all the changes with school and just with life?
I've been doing good. Just staying home, playing video games.
Oh, it's like a dream come true for you then, playing video games. Oh. Uh, how about you, Randy?
Part of the struggles for me was, I guess, was really looking forward to seeing Ridge compete in his final year in high school, because his junior year he had an outstanding junior year, baseball wise and track wise, but at least he went out for basketball his final year of high school. I was surprised he started, and they won Division One on this island. They did really well. Awesome coaches. They trained really hard, but he had such a good junior season that we was really disappointed not to see his senior season. And he felt he could have medaled in track, maybe in the 100 and the 200. So I was looking forward to watching him compete in track, and so that was a real letdown that we didn't get to see him play and compete in track and baseball his senior year, as well as attend all of the festivities Kamehameha Schools has for the senior class as the year goes on. They missed a whole bunch of stuff that they would have gone to if this COVID-19 thing didn't happen. So that was kind of the main struggles, missing out a lot. And then I guess with all the games and the events, my parents would come along, and then Dale's parents would come to some of them, and their nieces, nephews would come and watch too. So we would all come together as, a family, extended family, and then we'd spend a lot of time together, and that would be really good. So I miss that, but at the same time, like Dale said, our immediate family with Justyce and now Ridge being at home, we got to spend a lot of quality time together, and so that was part of the good stuff. Like, Justyce wanted to get some extra money. He just bought a really nice hunting bow, compound bow. So he ended up making dog houses. He put it on Craigslist, and he made some money, and then he paid for a bow with it. So I got to help him make some dog houses, and so some good quality time I got to spend with Ridge working on our boat and making tables. We made a couple of 12-foot tables. Those didn't sell yet. That was like 2 months ago. So Ridge's stuff didn't sell. And then with Landyr, I get to spend more time with him. Like, I take him like fishing and stuff. We just got back from catching halaloo, and I think he's getting pretty good at it. And then we also train baseball wise in the backyard, so we got way more time for that, and more time with family, immediate family anyway. So that part has been really good. And then I guess with Justyce home and Dale's home more, I don't have to cook as much, so they're liking it way more. Yeah, so
it's so many follow-up questions I want to ask. Like, dog houses sell better than tables, and dog houses to be able to buy a boat. Awesome. So many different things. But I guess the question I'll ask is so even though Ridge's high school athletics career is done, he still has a college athletics career to look forward to. Is that correct?
Yeah, he does. He got a scholarship for Big Bend Community College in Moses Lake, Washington, and I guess the coach was really happy that he decided to go there. He had like 8 other scholarships that he was offered, but he decided to go there because the coach really made it seemed like he was gonna get a lot of playing time, and he showed a lot of interest in Ridge. So, and plus some of his friends are already up there. So yeah, we're just waiting to see if they're gonna start practicing. If not, he's just gonna stay home for them. So and do online classes until they do start practicing. Then he'll go up.
Yeah, that's exciting for him, and we celebrate with him. And it's so disappointed that so many of those things got cut into. You know, our lives have just been changed in so many different ways with COVID-19 and everything else going on. But you know, a question that I'd ask you folks as well is, you know, even with all of this going on, you know, how have you been able to see God working in your life through all of this?
I think, well, for me, I feel like having this time at home, you really appreciate all that you have, because, you know, we watch the news and we see how so many people are having such a difficult time. It makes you really just appreciate everything that you have. To be thankful and grateful for, you know, you have your health. When you see all of the people that were affected by the COVID and all the deaths and, you know, the sickness for people that were affected, you know, we're just so thankful to have our health, for one thing. Just more reflecting on everything that you have to be grateful for. And for us as a family, you know, since we don't have baseball practice or this to go to or that to go to, we have a lot more time to spend where we can have dinner as a family and sit down. And so one of the things that we started doing is after we say our prayer, each of us will go around the table and say for that day, you know, what are we thankful for the day. So that's been our new tradition, which, you know, I think has been really good, where you really look at, you know, all the blessings that you do have and what you have to be thankful for.
I agree with a lot of what you said, but I really see God at work when I see like those around me, like my teachers or my professors, I should say, like they really did a good job of like making a transition. They really cared about what, you know, the education I was getting and making sure that I was staying on it and making sure I had internet, making sure that, yeah, like that I was, yeah, they're taking care of things for me that like I should have been taken care of, but, you know, they're concerned with. So, you know, just like people like that going above and beyond and kind of not having a defeatist attitude, just, you know, just persevering on. I see that in a lot of people, and it reflects.
I see God's work because the coronavirus is like starting to like slow down, and there's like starting to be less deaths in Hawaii. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, yeah, I see that, like Dayle said, so much people out there suffering, you know, with their health, with the coronavirus, as well as with their finances, and we reflect, and we gotta be so grateful, you know, for all that we have. So we do that nightly, go around the table. We say at least one thing that we're grateful for that happened during the day. So I think that's a good thing that they all came up with.
Yeah, that's awesome, just to be able to reflect every day on the things that God has given us and what he continues to do all around us. And if things get really bad, then Justyce can make dog houses, yeah?
Or you can make a real big one. We all can stay inside.
Oh, well, before I let you go, how are your parents and your brother doing? We don't hear too much from them, but I assume you keep in touch with them. And how have they been doing?
Yeah, that was another thing I should have mentioned from the beginning on the struggles. For me, it's more concerning. All of this, the shutdown, especially, I guess for like the elderly and for everybody. I think socializing with others is really important, especially if you're not working, retired and all of that. I think staying busy, meeting with people, contacting people, having lunch, just socializing is really good for their overall health. And since this whole thing has shut down, they haven't been able to go to Auntie Sally's, which they would go to on a daily basis for weekdays. So, oh yeah, as well as church too. So, I met with them today. They're doing okay, but I know they want everything to open back up, but I guess for their safety, it's best that for now things are shut down. But yeah, it's concerning, but they're doing okay.
I did get to see your brother and your mom on some Zoom meetings that we had, so it was really nice to see them. Didn't see your dad, but I don't know if he'd be able to hear anything that we said either.
Probably not.
But yeah, it's a struggle for so many people, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to do this, to kind of help us see one another's faces and hear one another's voices. But is there anything else that you folks would like to share before we sign off?
Just that we miss everybody, and look forward to coming together again as a church family in person, not just on Zoom and everything. But thank you, Pastor Shane, for continuing to do your sermons on YouTube. At least we have that for now, and that is great to have. So thank you for doing that.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'll let you say goodbye to everyone before we sign off.
All right.
Okay, bye everyone. Be safe.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.